Anyone know how to pass a drug test in 24 hours? Posted the day before a job interview.
This was posted the day before a job interview. What I would suggest you would do is, in this situation, is because the individual is not employed, and if you are aware of this post, this may mean that you would discount them from the application process. If you've interviewed them already, you could decline their application on the basis that they're not a suitable candidate.
Obviously, if you have a robust drug policy in place, which we could do, that's not a problem, but it doesn't give the best impression, does it? I wouldn't, generally.
Work 7 hours straight today. Is that even legal?
No. Okay, well, one, it's not legal. You should be getting a 20-minute break if you work over 6 hours, but obviously that isn't always possible. It should be possible, and you can do things like compensatory rest and things like that. But why haven't they spoken to their manager would be my
Absolutely.
question.
Point of
Yeah,
contact.
if you think you need a break in work and you don't think you're getting your statutory entitlement, which you're questioning if it's legal, I don't think Twitter's the place to be putting that on.
Absolutely.
I'd be saying, if you want a break, please go speak to your manager and say, I haven't had my break, and there's nothing they can do about it, then you are entitled to that break, so you're going to have to give it to them.
It's not legal, sort it out, basically.
I think what you have to look at here is working 7 straight hours. You know, if they had a 7-hour shift, did they have a break on that shift? It's potentially a break reaching the working time regulation. Equally, you know, if they're being required to do that and their manager's not requiring them to take their breaks, maybe there's an issue for the manager in terms of how they're managing their staff.
Playing hide and seek in my office building because they can't fire you if they can't find you.
Is it true?
No, it's not true.
Well, technically that's not true anyway.
No,
You
no.
could eventually hold it in their absence if they don't turn up to any of the meetings and disciplinary hearings and everything.
They can't fire you if they can't find you. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a way to avoid it. But yeah, I mean, they're not. I guess as long as they get a formal invite as an employer, if they don't turn up to any meetings and you're still invited them, you can actually hold it in their absence. So, I guess.
So that's not true?
Yeah, basically, it's not true. Yeah.
1 week on the job and my co-worker is trying to kill me. Worst driver ever.
I'm going out with you in a couple of weeks, so this will be me. Yeah.
I suppose you need to first of all find out if the person's actually driving as part of their job, or is this 2 co-workers travelling to work together? Because if it is, say, they're in a company vehicle, driving colleagues around, need to actually assess their driving,
What the issue is.
and what the issue is.
And then you can investigate with that employee, and if there is a problem with their driving, you know, and they are driving recklessly, we can look to address it with them, maybe informally at the outset, unless there's evidence to show that he's causing damage to company property because of his driving.
Or are you just being a bit dramatic? Or you're just a bad passenger?
That'll be you.
I know, oh my God, please, Emma, slow down.
Yeah, so heads up. Someone grabbed my lunch from the fridge and there's a 420% chance you shouldn't eat the brownie inside.
A 420% chance you shouldn't eat the brownie inside.
I think this is talking to about weed brownies.
See, rather you than me. I'm so innocent. I wouldn't even clock on to that at all.
So suppose this throws up a couple of things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why they shouldn't be eating the brownie inside, and what is in the brownie that means that no one should
Don't
be
want to
eating it
share
while
it,
they're at
yeah.
work. So I'd be investigating that with the individual themselves. And then also the fact that someone seems to be stealing somebody else's lunch.
Yeah.
So again, I'd talk to the person whose lunch it is and see what you can find out from there.
420% chance you shouldn't eat the brownie inside. Yeah, obviously, if you have a reasonable suspicion as an employer that there's drugs on site and employees taking them, then obviously that's usually a gross misconduct offence. Obviously, like I said, whatever they do outside of work is their decision, but as soon as you come into work, especially if you have a reasonable belief and you have like a search policy in place, you can stop and search employees. Obviously, that will give you a bit more discretion to do that.
I'd look at the handbook to see if you have a drug and alcohol policy. see what that says. Equally, look at whether or not you can drug test employees. Can't force them to undertake a drugs test, but if you have a provision, you could ask them to undertake a drugs test to demonstrate whether or not they are taking anything which could impact on their ability to do their job.